It's a big, loud, clappy guy. It's a big, loud, clapping guy. It's a guy that claps. He's a clapping guy, and he's really loud, but not as loud as as YouTube's fucking live. Whenever you do like a live present, whenever you do a live event like a live stream with and it's YouTube's like countdown thing, it's like as loud as the fucking like Cyclops scene in the Odyssey. It's like the craziest, loudest screen like that ever happened in the history of America. What's going on, everybody? It's me, Shred Tank Top, over here at Casa de Tank Top, and welcome to our affectionately named Tag Tuesdays. It's our fucking House of the Dragon live recap live stream. It's a live recap live stream. Live, it's so live we put it in twice. And we are over here. We are talking about season 3, episode 7, the penultimate episode of House of the Dragon. And a pretty crazy, wily one for this for as a lead up for heading into the finale, which is going to air next week. And yeah, I mean, like, we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be taking questions and stuff like that. We're going to be going through a bunch of different prompts as far as like our episode MVPs, our Kunt of the week, our and then our general thoughts about this week's episode. And we're going to be having a great conversation between ourselves and with all of you. But if you guys want to make sure that you guys can get in on that conversation and guarantee that you do so, you got to hit us up for a super chat for any dollar amount. Any dollar amount, whether it be $1, whether it be $5, whether it be $50, whether it be whatever, you guys will be able to get your question, concern, comment into. We'll make sure that we address it. We'll make sure that we highlight it. We put it up for all to see. And then also, Maddie, people they can also do what? There's one other feature.
You can fight me for any dollar amount.
Put them up. Put them dukes up. Internet. Absolutely. And yeah, so we have that. That's kind of the format, and that's what we're going to be dealing with. But let's get into the players over here. We have ourselves Sir Dustin Dale and Morgan the Magnanimous over there. It's Morgan and Dustin Drates. How you doing over there, Drates?
Ooh, man. Woo! I'm excited to talk about this one.
Because he loves motherfucking.
I do.
Oh my god.
Well, the cat's out of the bag there. Well,
wow.
I mean, you fuck mothers. I mean, like, we're assuming that Dustin's totally cool with MILFs and like fucking mother. You know what I mean? Like, but I think we can all be.
Find an age-appropriate lady, whatever.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. Absolutely.
Or an age-inappropriate lady, as the case may be.
Right. Yeah.
Actually, the two actors that I feel
are the same age.
No, they're like. It is like if
they're way closer in age than yeah. Like I mean, the only person we're the only character who is now fucking very dead, and we saw great evidence of that. Was Sir Kristen Cole, but like the only other person who's like, hey,
I don't know. It's still to be told. Okay, I don't know yet.
I don't know if he's dead yet.
We're holding out.
I didn't see the rest of the body.
That's true, right? Oh my god, absolutely. Or they're just gonna do like a Futurama like thing where he just put his head in a glass jar and shit like that, and just still hating fucking Rhaenyra like even after the whole thing.
On the council, I think the head jar.
Right there we go. Absolutely. I think that but yeah, I mean, like, I don't know, like this is a wily one. This is gonna be an interesting one. I'm very excited to talk about it because there's a lot of really, really cool stuff, and there's a lot of, I don't know, I mean, maybe not controversial, but there's definitely like some people are like having like pretty like hardcore discussions about like where this episode went. I remember there was some preamble shit about this episode where they're like, this is fucking canon breaking, embarrassing shit from the fucking whatever. And I was just like, this is no different than anything that I can really. Nothing sticks out to me that's what it was. It turns out it was just like, I don't know, just a bunch of people making hay and shit like that, you know, like on the internet, which is like, not. Cases. Yeah, exactly. And you know her, you love her. She's back for more, aka Valar more dollars over there. It's Maria. How are you doing, my dear?
Hello, I'm doing good. I'm ready to talk about some dragons. You know.
Yeah, we're getting ready to put down a bowl just in case. Like, we don't know, like they're out there licking their wounds and stuff like that. If they want to come back, you know, I mean, like we're just gonna make sure that we got some food and some water out there for them in case they need it, man. Because the pups were fighting this week, and it was really tough to watch. It was, I think, among the worst parts about it. What's up?
Have you left Sheep Stealer out tonight? That's the question.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. I mean,
They're
like,
cold.
Where is your dragon?
right. Where is your dragon? Right.
It's 9 p.m. Do you know where your dragon is?
Right, absolutely. And then like also like kind of like solidify hey, we will talk about it. I got all my fucking
Okay.
and again, she is a cohort and a co-host of sorts, and we adore every time that we get to have her on over. It's Maddie K. Ray, aka Mads Mikkelsen. Wait, what? Well, have you done a Mads Mikkelsen like kind of pun yet? I feel like you've done every type of pun with.
I haven't done a Mads Mikkelsen because that's like you got to step up to the man. You got to be ready for that.
Yeah.
I'll be Mads
like,
Mikkelsen. I'll be Mads Mikkelsen with a Z. Mads.
Or like we gotta come up with some play on it or something like that. If I can think of it, I'll try to think of something before the end of the stream. But it's Maddie K. Ray. How you doing, dear?
Oh, I'm so great. I'm here with my friends. We're all really hyped to talk about the show. I had to be like, save it for the episode. Save it for the episode.
No, we were literally policing ourselves and shit. Like, or we would. I mean, we do that shit all the time. We're like, when we're kind of gearing up, like to shoot an episode of like whatever it is that me and the Draces are covering, when we're kind of doing like our kind of more talking heads, like commentary kind of based like reactions and shit. Like Dustin ever the adult in the room and just like save it. It's like he's like save it for the intro. Like so it's like save it for, like because we'll definitely kind of start going over there. But glad to have you, my dear. And shout out to everybody that was over that's over in the chat right now and everything like that. And it was really a very big treat. I'm just going to kind of say this, kind of get this one thing out of the way. I mean, like you kind of, know her, she's been in the chat like all the time. And it's like one of our coolest people. I actually also just made her a moderator and shit like that. But our girl IRL showed up to the bar and again, was chilling. I totally get it. You're in a new place. You don't want to whatever, but didn't reveal it. That was the biggest twist of the night. It wasn't even in the episode. It was that Jenny at Cold Stone Creamery showed up in the bar and was there and we got to say hi and we got to meet and we got to find out that it turns out that she's just as cool at IRL as she is on the internet and shit like that, which is always fucking cool. Yeah. So I think.
I know, right? I know.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Listen, I was gobsmacked.
That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. It was almost like sometimes like some people get kind of excited to kind of meet us IRL because they've been watching our stuff for a long time, and like it was a nice little script flip, you know what I mean? Like we're just like like it's you, like you know what I mean? Like whatever. It was so fucking sick, you know what I mean? Like you guys smell great. Like
I do try. I layer perfume and all that kind of stuff. I have a scent wardrobe, so
Right. Yes.
Sean is a very nice smelling man. Maria, you smell gorgeous. I'm sure I haven't met you in person. I can't wait.
Yeah.
And
but
Dustin and Mo
Spider-Man
are like
movie,
high.
Yeah.
You're like high on the hygiene, you put the high in hygiene.
Right.
Like it's the slay.
Absolutely. Right. Absolutely. Yeah. No, it's like us being like mildly popular on the internet, like like notwithstanding like that usually is a mark against you being like relatively hygienic or whatever it is, or at least certainly it can be, but yeah, it was just a treat, and I just wanted to shout out Jenny Cold Stone Creamery just because it was just so fucking fun to kind of meet them.
Love you, Jenny.
Exactly, yes, absolutely. Like can't confirm, but Maria tells great. DBA, another one of our IRL homies who's coming into the bar, and like this season and every season that we've kind of been doing since we've been coming back and everything like that. So just so everybody knows, like again, we're just going to be rolling through a couple of our things. We're going to be talking about general thoughts. We're going to be talking about episode MVP. We're going to be talking about our cunt of the week, and we'll be wrapping up with all of your super chats. Again, any dollar amount gets you in onto the into the conversation, and or gets you to fisticuffs like online or with Maddie. So just make sure you guys hit us up if you guys want. We greatly appreciate it, because you guys are always kind of bringing some really fun stuff over here in the chat. So hit us up with that super chats if you guys want to. But I figure, Maddie, let's have you lead the way this time. I usually say myself or like Maddie, like I lead the way. Are you gonna light the way? Are you gonna light the way for us? Yeah. You known green supporter, even though that's a really dumb fucking concept. You rat fucking piece of shit bastard. All right, but anyway, general thoughts, Maddie, lead us in here with this episode. What did you think about this one? This penultimate episode.
I am I was thinking about this, and it's very interesting. Like, there's stuff that I really love, and there's stuff that I really do not love, and it makes me feel a little bit crazy because I want to be on the ride with everybody having a good time, but it's just like the things that they're like crunching and deciding that isn't important to make the story that they want to make, like to tell the story they want to tell, is like very. Like
it's kind of mystifying to you, like what their thought process is, or is that what you mean? Okay.
Yeah. And so like I'm seeing, like when the show started, they made these choices and these decisions about characters and changing them from the books, like the ages, things like that. And I was like, it's a snowball effect. It's gonna snowball and it's gonna be really interesting. And we're at the interesting part. Like, so I'm just like, interesting. Okay. But yeah, so, and I do think that. So
it's not even necessarily that you're mad, or are you just like, compositionally, this is just kind of.
Yeah.
I don't know how this is going to assemble itself or whatever.
Kim Renfro made a great point on Cast of Kings where she was like, this feels very Shakespearean. Like it's a different caliber of acting that they're doing, not better or worse. It's just different. Yeah. So like all of the acting and the like embodying of each character is different from Thrones. It's different from Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. Sure. And so there's like more of like a drama and a melancholy, but also like, I think the story is truncated to be like, all right, why are we like dramatically enacting this when there's like 3 plot holes right here that could have fixed this problem? You know what I mean?
Right.
And so,
or even like a line of dialogue that could plug it up or something like that or whatever.
And I just, it's suffering from the length of the season. Like every season I'm like, we needed 2-3 more episodes for character development.
It helped.
Yeah. And so I'm just kind of seeing the fruits of that, all of this stuff happening. I love that stuff happened this episode. You guys, stuff happened this episode. Yay! Like, and so I think that it's been a lot of setup for like a good finale. Like I'm excited to see what the fuck happens next episode, but also this was kind of the culmination of, I am now aware that I'm watching a TV show and I'm in the 3rd season and this is the penultimate episode. And the penultimate episode of Thrones is typically like the drama one, right? But they're doing a different formula for this one, and that
for the set piece one, kind of like the big fuck off. Like what I think we're getting next episode, like the finale is going to be the big fuck off. Yeah, it's the big fuck off battle. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and I think it is because of like given the fact that they basically had 2 episodes. They had 2 episodes from season 2 kind of crammed in there. Maybe I think in another timeline when, like let's say they just decide to stick with the 2 10s and then they're just like, okay, for the final 2, we're going to do 8 a pop or whatever it was. Like this would have been what is coming in episode 8 is going to be, it would have been this week. You know what I mean? Or something like that, I don't know.
And so it's curious. It's really interesting, And so like, there's stuff that I like and there's stuff that I don't like. And I have like fun opinions about all of it. So I'm excited to get into it.
Yeah, for sure. Maria, what were your general thoughts about this episode? What'd you think?
I really enjoyed this episode. I've been feeling like the season's been getting better with each episode as far as like the writing is concerned, because I guess people are where they want them to be at this point. So
right.
I say the past 2 or 3 episodes have been very dynamic, taking you through all kinds of emotional landscapes.
Right.
Some you do not really want to even be in.
Definitely. There was definitely one this week that we did not want to be in at all. Yeah. Dreamer or IRL or whatever, right? Like,
no, thank you. But I think that makes a really compelling show to watch.
Yeah. Yeah. Or it's like kind of firing on all cylinders, at least, certainly, because we did have a big fuck off sequence, but it was kind of similar as in like, it wasn't like a typical battle one. It was like, we watched like a literal, like a couple of dogs like barking at each other at the dog park and fucking, and unfortunately like getting like kind of starting to tussle and fight. And it's bad. You know what I mean? Like
we got some dragons are starting to dance.
Yeah. We're dancing for sure.
We're dancing. And then also whatever the scene was with Egan. That was like
right. Yeah, I mean, like, or certainly as far as like the big kind of expensive. No, sort of like the big expensive kind of things or whatever. But like, there was a set piece. It's kind of similar in the sense that like the red sewing wasn't like a typical big battle scene, but that was a set piece. You know what I mean? Like the same way that this was a big set piece, and definitely like among the most memorable things. I think certainly with the most memorable dragon scenes that the show's ever put together, and certainly and definitely one for the episode over there. But yeah, no, I think that's well said, Maria. Draces, how about you? General thoughts about the episode?
I agree with Maddie where it's like, yeah, the truncated, like we need more. And so some people are eating
or we
good.
would like more. We would like more.
But also some people are eating good, and then some characters are just getting scraps. Like, yeah, Corley's and Lena's children are like, oh yeah, we don't need any development. They're just in love now. Like, I really thought they were gonna like at least have a conversation of like, oh no, I just need to get married before they marry me. But no, I guess I was like writing my own story in my head.
Too many things are happening off screen.
Yeah.
That's
Too many things are happening.
And I love like this whole, because here's the thing with like I am Team Black because as far as the structure of Westeros, legally she should be queen by all rights. No one, and that is usurping, and she has every right to kill everybody. Yeah. But this shows you, it's why I love Game of Thrones. It shows you, even though you are right, this is what aristocracy looks like, where it's hubris. We knew it, like when we met Rhaenyra as a child, she's like, all I want to do is eat cake and fly around on a dragon. Yeah. And her like, just kind of having this like, not the choice to stay on Dragonstone and not popping in, doing politics at all. Yeah. And she's like, no, I just become queen.
She's a fucking heiress. I mean,
you become queen or king, and then you sit in the chair and everyone's supposed to listen to you. That is the deal. Right. Now, what it looks like in real life looks like shit. So when you get a war, all of a sudden, everybody has an opinion. And I'm like, yeah, that's where you're like, no, he should, just because he's like better. Like Darren should be king because look, he's a sweetie. He's like cares about people, or like. But I'm like, no, but we're going off of their government. I'm like, okay, I don't want to like stomp on their culture. So I do love that because it's like it shows you like this character that you do root for because you're like, no, she should. Like, there's the only reason they're giving.
That's another kind of element to which, like, I think.
But is she good at it?
No, I mean that's what I mean. Like, no, and I don't think it's
would be better.
Point, Again, we say this all the time. This is Succession with dragons. Like, this is a bunch of like nepo baby, like highfalutin, like dickheads who like are very insulated and kind of don't really consider a lot of things outside of the purview of like what they want to see happen in their world and shit like that, and like.
But then again, like this gave me one of my favorite like baller scenes, and I know I was gonna break Maddie's heart because like she's like fuck that dragon and fuck that guy, but that scene, the journey it takes you on, because you're like, oh, I don't like this guy, but he's been like getting the shit kicked out of him. He's been eating shit off of a boot. Like you're like, he got his dick burnt off, so like, and that's not really. We're not even, but it's a start. Right? Yeah. So you're like,
we know that we've neutralized his ability to ever fucking even consider shit like that again.
No, he can listen as long as a man can move.
No,
as long as a man can move.
You're right.
Yes, I know. I'm making a fucking joke. Like, Jesus Christ.
Are you joking about this, Sean?
Right. Yeah. Right. No, I know. No. Yeah. Right.
But anyone pregnant against male. So there.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. No, I mean, obviously.
So you have this character. And then he listens and actually makes a good decision by like listening to the guy that read him to filth, because he's like, oh, I need that. That's actually helpful. So he's making good decisions. So you're like, okay, he's getting his groove back. And then you have that kind of like triumphant moment for him that immediately turns into like super villain horror movie just dropped. And I was like, I fucking love that about Thrones, where you're cheering like, cool, he did it, and he got his dragon back. Sunfire's dog is back from the dead.
Right.
And then
the half-rotted face is crazy.
Yeah.
Right. Him matching the dragon and everything.
Like, I know. It's like, yeah, absolutely.
We got the disgusting brothers. It's amazing.
They are. Speaking of Succession,
like
they are the
how
disgusting
you start
brothers.
to look like your dog, or your dog starts to look like
yes.
Right. Yeah. Totally.
I love it. No, and so I'm like, that was like kind of across the series for me. That's like one of the top scenes, just the journey you go on within that little scene. The framing of it, the sound design. oh my God, I just like loved everything about it. So I'm like, no, when it's good, it's so good. And then you're like, there's so much that's like yada, yada, yada off screen.
Yeah.
And then this happened with these characters that I guess it feels like the writers are like, well, I guess I have to care about them because they have to get them here. And that's poor Bela, that character. Like I'm just kind of like, justice for like.
I think the actress does a great job. I think that, but
she's doing what best she can with scraps.
Yeah, I mean, like, but I think that
like her and Raina, I feel like at least Raina gets a dragon, and at least Raina gets to like act against.
Raina's had a lot more stuff to do, I think.
Raina she'll get. Bela doesn't really have one right now.
Right.
No, other than being kind of pretty capable and having her betrothed die a lot.
That's true.
I don't know. My thing is just like, when it's good, it's amazing, and then some things are a little.
And then there's like some head scratchers where it's like you gotta kind of do the show's work for them, and then maybe the next episode you kind of find that wasn't really what happened. You're like, okay, well then what the fuck? What the fuck actually went down? You know what I mean? Like, so I get that. I'm so
happy though that they did bring Thailand back. So I was really worried they were just gonna like. We'll get another one, but I'm like, cause his arc is really interesting, and I really like people like saw how like who this guy is this episode. Like you really find out one of his main traits that is like, I mean, according to the book canon, like, I'm just kind of like, okay, this is he's like becoming a character. You want to talk about it? You want to talk about like a talk about it, be about it type of motherfucker, like the guy who says that he's going to stick it out with you, even though it's like, you know, certain. He was like
Shades of Jamie. Shades of Jamie.
Yeah, I mean, like, I love that, and certainly in the sense of he was like the anti-Gwen, as in like he was like, okay, I'll do a fucking suicide mission with you, like, or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? Like,
but there's
this fuck it, sure.
Yeah,
like,
right. Yeah,
but there is this thing. It's like, oh no, he actually does believe in like the thesis of what our society is, where if you swear yourself to a king, like if you are in service to this king, and like. This is what on paper by letter of the like you should be doing this, even if it means death. And so you're like, oh, there's the characters that are, you know, Larry's who's smart and like considers everything. And he's like, yes, on paper, I guess I could die for you, but would I be helpful? Or I'm the only person that's on your side besides the two sellswords who knows what they're gonna say.
Right.
Can actually say. He made this pretty bad, like, or not, he wouldn't know about speak, but he insisted on staying and facing down the army. So he could actually like say what his decision was, and it was an active decision. It wasn't a he didn't get chased down in a ditch. So I'm like, I do think I find it so interesting, the characters that are like, I believe in the Westerosi project of like what we have these vows, we have these gods, we have these like, and the ones that when they have a gun to the head, sword to their head, are like still live and die by them, and then the ones that are a little bit, I'm gonna, you know, loopholes, and but they're not no I mean choices, and they're not always bad choices, and I'm like, I don't know, I find that whole thing in Thrones so interesting. Dustin,
and also
how dare you, a woman speak?
I know.
How dare you?
I'm respecting Westerosi culture.
Oh my god.
How about you? Even though I will say, like, just to put a button on, then we'll ask Dustin, like,
about trampling over men's rights.
Yeah.
Dude, always, man. Like, no, but like, I just to get this, but like, he exemplary of a Lannister pays his debts. Like, I made this decision, and this is what I'm gonna do, and like, I made the Aegon bed, and I'm sleeping in it, type shit or whatever. But anyway, Dustin, general thoughts about
even asked him,
right. Dustin, what do you got?
Good God damn it, Sean! Let me actually say words.
I was literally putting it to you.
I understand.
So,
all right. So I definitely agree with Morgan, where like there's a. I know a lot of people get upset about rooting for this like character that we shouldn't be rooting for. But I think the journey was really worth it. And so like that, especially that Aegon scene with the Tywin scene, I think that was really awesome. I think it was really like fun. And it was sometimes I want to see a villain have something to do. I don't need them just to have this like walking around just getting shit upon forever. I want a villain to have a win every once in a while, so that you have like, okay, I need some stakes, you know, I just need something for, you know, like at this point, everybody just, you know, Rhaenyra is just getting shit upon all the time. So she's pretty much like a villain at even though she's trying to be the hero, but she's not, and then you have Aegon, who's exiled and walking around getting shit upon all the time. And then you have, Aemond, who's just like in like a weird, like he's now, the corollary of Daemon, where he's in the Harrenhal dream state, and so I think this episode, I liked it. I think a lot of stuff happened, and like I kind of vehemently disagree with like nothing happened in it. And I was the one that said, the last 2 episodes, nothing was happening. So like, I feel like there was payoff. For me, there was payoff in this episode.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. This stuff definitely happened in this episode, guys. Like, I hate to break it to you.
No, for sure. I mean, like, and I think that it was, and some of it was like literal, like we're talking about like literal real estate, and some of it was like a change was kind of made, and then not a change, because I do like, because I agree with Morgan in the sense, like, as soon as like he's pulling like a Jon Snow, like Aegon is like, and he's just like, fuck it, like I got this whole cavalry right up in here. We're going out because that's like you will see me as I am, or whatever it is. And then he finally realizes that he still has he just got the rock and marrow back from the shop, and he's like, cool, we're balling like we did it again. You know what I mean? Like,
I was wondering, I want to ask Maddie and Maria what their thoughts on like because I had this thought, because he used the Sunfire Scale to kill that guy. It's a little bit a part of a blood magic ritual like that, and then the.
I mean, I think that you're right. I think that you're right. What are you going to say, Maria?
Yeah, you weren't the only one to pose that question.
Yeah.
Night. And I also had that question as well, because I think back to when Alice is showing Aemon the eggs, right?
She's bleeding.
She's holding the one, she's bleeding on it. And he's like, oh, it's warm, but she's bleeding on it.
Yeah. So I'm kind of like, no, interesting.
Yeah. I think that is honestly like Eagle Eye. Good job. Like, you got it. Yes.
I guess like that was like the first person he killed was with the scale, and then the second one he had used a dagger. Because he killed 2 people, right?
Yeah. The one that
we don't actually see him stab that guy. Like, we don't see what he's holding, but the moment right before that, he's holding the scale and looking at it.
And when he was holding it, walking in, I'm like, oh, he's killing a guy with that scale. And like the second he went, but even before he even was like, I was like, he was holding it. I'm like, oh, he has that scale. That's a weapon.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. No, it was cool. I mean, in the sense of like, I mean, it was either like big material real estate, like where like people are getting injured, people are getting like fucked up. And I mean, like last episode, I mean, that's kind of astounding that people said that things didn't happen last episode. Kristen Cole died last episode. Like there was that, like that. That's kind of
remember.
Oh yeah, no. We were reminded.
I think that's awesome, because that is, guess what? He died in the episode, and everyone forgot he died.
No, they induced like the thing that I think Germ kind of did within the writing of it too, which I thought was just structurally it was just very sound. You know what I mean? Like, and very interesting.
Inspired editing.
We got the one mentioned where he was like, "Oh, sorry about your buddy."
It's funny because that's what my mom's euphemism, because we had like this one contingent in my family that were like gay cowboys.
Yeah.
And when they would like meet up at barbecue, she'd be like, "Still got that buddy?"
Yeah. That gay cowboy part of the family.
And then right. And then,
but yes, I was like, So, was he actually in love with him? Because there was a few, people who were kind of like speculating on that. Especially considering, I mean, Kristen Cole was a good-looking man, but his personality, man, I don't know.
Yeah,
so, like,
right.
There comes a point where the rubber
I've never known homosexual men to really pine after like a straight friend of theirs and be like a highly problematic thing. That's not anything that I've ever heard
and then immediately turn around and hate all women after they're rejected. Yeah, crazy.
Right, totally.
Listen, I do know that
you serve me. We can find a spot for you, buddy.
Yeah,
like Hightower.
Yeah, I mean, like, it was his whole thing. What did he say? He had a lovely way to say it, and then he gave himself to the dust or whatever it was. I thought that was a really interesting. It was a very romantic way of him kind of. He spoke with a lot of reverence about Kristen, which I thought was a little, which I just thought was like kind of interesting, and just maybe I wasn't because I don't know, it's what, or like there's like a missed opportunity, or it's certainly like in his mind like a waste. Like this guy is just sitting here, just on this death march, and like when we didn't have to do this, we could all just be back here trying to fucking figure out shit with Ormond and everything like that. But then,
Fabian
both of those
and
actors.
Freddie. I was gonna say, yeah. Fabian and Freddie absolutely were like, we made this character decision as actors to portray this relationship a certain kind of way, and I really appreciate. If that's how you read it, like, we support you, we're with you. Yeah. They wanted it inside of the conversation there, and they did what they could to kind of get it there. You know, they were like, we haven't talked to any of the writers, we don't know what the writing intent was, but we knew what our intent was when we were acting the scenes. And we stand behind you. So yeah, we got ourselves a Dragonstone Mountain over there. It's like we'll always have Rook's Rest, you know, like, or whatever it is. And he's got like he's got he finds a bloody handkerchief like in the what is it, the closet or whatever it is, or in the cupboard or some shit like that. All right. I mean, like,
had a handkerchief.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, the one that he meant for his really, really cool, totally real girlfriend.
She lives in Canada.
No, I mean, she is kind of like, I can definitely see that. Are we getting any? I feel like my screen is a little like kind of. Have we got any super chats yet? Is that anything come up yet?
No,
not yet. Oh, okay, all right. All right. I'm just double check. I thought there was something busted with my fucking computer, but apparently no. But it's on, like, whether or not you can do it or not, we're grateful you guys are coming on over here. Okay, cool. Well, like, let's get into the episode NVPs of the episode, not the episode MP3s. As I'm trying to say, I'm trying to like master it that I can just say each one at will, and I have total control over my thoughts and words. You know what I mean? But like, Drace's episode MVPs. What do you guys got over there for me? What are you guys thinking?
You know what? I'm gonna go good old Lord Tyrod. You know, master of the seas.
Master of the seas.
Oh my god!
But like, honestly, Thailand in this episode, I mean, you could argue that like he wasn't as bold as Larys. Like Larys got like the whole like respect from Aegon, where he was like, that's why Aegon sent him away. He was like, you know what? You were the only one to tell me the truth.
Yeah.
And this guy is just gonna like still be politicking and tell me the things that I want to hear.
Right.
But stood there with him. He's like, okay, I'm here. Like, let's fucking do this. He's like, there's an army coming. And he's like, cool, let's do it. And I was like, it was like just that the mettle of this man that survived this crazy sea battle, came out of it and was and still found his king.
Yeah.
And was like, all right, that's a man of his word. That's like with the Lannisters, you have like, like that, like Jaime Lannister kind of going back and forth, waffling on his word. But then you have like a Tyrion who was true to his word. Yeah. You know, and just always like, you know, like that Lannisters always pay their debts. I don't know. Tywin just like really like impressed me this episode.
A respect meter jumped up. That was kind of similar to like with Gwaine and me like a couple of episodes ago, just with how like when he's like been taking care of Darren and stuff like that and all, like, and you're just like, oh, like, okay, like, I mean, like, I think that like I don't know how much I fuck with you like that much, but I can respect the hell out of this. You know what I mean? Like, and you kind of, and you can definitely appreciate it, or maybe we'll just take we'll take whatever we can fucking get with that type of stuff in this world. You know what I mean? Because it happens so damn rarely and shit. You know what I mean? Like, or all, and it's an interesting idea, the fact that like it was because the reason that everybody thought him dead and that like he was put into such peril in the gullet, and the reason that they maybe weren't able to win the day at the gullet was because there was a breakdown of chain of command. Like he was like, hey, by the way, like if we kind of just start doing whatever we want willy-nilly, we're going to lose this battle. We're going to fucking like, you know, if we go after him and we take the bait and whatever. And she was like, yeah, fuck that. Like I made the deal just so I could get after Corlys and stuff like that. And so him saying like, no, we're sticking to the fucking hierarchy of this system. And it actually ended up paying off for him, like in a big bad way. You know what I mean? Like, and so, yeah, it's interesting. It was a cool moment for him. And just like, anytime you can kind of be like, okay, respectable, you know, sort of like like Stannis, like in the original show, where he's just like, he wants to take fucking Blackwater Bay first over the fucking bow, first onto the fucking beach. Yeah. even if you don't fuck with him, you got to kind of respect it. You know what I mean? So I think that's a sick MVP. Morgan, how about you? Episode MVP.
I know I said at the start of this season that I was like, she's my MVP all the time, so I'm never gonna just like choose her. But no, I'm like, no, I'm gonna just say Paula Fairfield.
Oh yeah,
because it's so dragon heavy. But like, the reason you see me in the video literally covering my ears because that sound design just gets to you. It's like so much. Like when I'm watching a horror movie, I know the sound design's good. When I'm like, I'm not covering my eyes. I'm covering my ears. And I'm like, and also not even just the fighting scene, you know, we got to meet Dreamfire and then also, the like zombie Sunfire. And I'm just kind of like, I don't know, those dragons are come to life. Like the CGI is great, but also like their voices. Like you can really tell who they are and they're so individual and like, whatever they're paying her, double it.
Yeah. It reminds me of like Jurassic Park in the sense that there was such personality and a tactile sense of connection that they're able to kind of give the viewer because they kind of sound like real animals. Like they're taking like a bedrock of, obviously we're modulating things, we're combining things, we're doing different stuff, you know, but like there's a real identifiable personality like to the work that Paula does, and it will do so much heavy lifting like for the special effects in making them really feel like characters and be like animals, you know what I mean? Like and yeah, I think that's well said. I mean, like especially this one, like this is the one that like, I mean, she's working her ass off all the time, but she got that scene and goes like, oh shit.
Sound design at me, come on.
Oh, always. I mean, like, you know, but you look at it, I was like, okay, so there's like fucking how many of them, and they're whatever, and like we got to have this many beats in the story. Yeah, no, I think that's very well said, Morgan. I think that's a good one. So shout out to Paula Fairfield, a friend of the channel for sure, and an absolute fucking goat when it comes.
We love you, Paula.
Yeah,
we love you so much.
So
Amazing.
Sick. Maria, episode MVP for
well, besides Paula, who's been doing an amazing job entire season. That has really stuck out to me. MVP for this episode is gonna be my YN Sheep Stealer.
Yeah. Is she in the gang yet?
I know, right? Like, what the fuck?
The worst thing that ever happened to Sheep Stealer was Raina.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
He brought her into his cave.
Mm-hmm.
He brought her cooked food and everything.
Right.
He's like, I don't understand your language, but I'm gonna do what I can, you know. And now all he knows is he's getting chomped on by 3 other dragons.
He's like, why am I in it?
Right. He said, what? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, what do you mean? It's like, who are all these people? I've never seen them before. You know what I mean? Or maybe I have, but you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It was, Sheep Stealer was tough, this one.
I know.
Yeah. He was just trying to protect his rider. He doesn't know about all this green and the black stuff. You know, people are like, why are you caring about him when he killed Jace? He don't know who Jace is.
Well,
the arrows killed Jace. Go find the arrow people.
The arrows killed Jace.
Yeah,
exactly.
the archers killed Jace. I mean, like, and also, like, again, like, maybe contributed to the kind of chaos that maybe, like, sort of like stacked up to create the circumstances for Jace to die.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like Sheep Stealer like fucking took out like his dragon. It wasn't like, I mean, like it sowed a lot of confusion and rue a lot of like disorder in their attack plan and everything like that. But like the fact that it is all getting like just left on Sheep Stealer's feet is kind of crazy. And also another thing where I'm just like, what? Like, did the fucking Walking Dead writing room like walk into this motherfucker? Can we just have a conversation? Because like, yo, like I didn't like I'm not responsible. I contributed to the chaos that led to his demise. I didn't kill him.
And
you know what I mean? Like, I guess I just don't understand.
Arrows in it.
That's what I'm saying. The arrows that you pulled from his neck.
Right.
Maybe go do a CSI, whatever, and find out whose arrows they
give the arrow casings and let's figure this thing out. You know, like
he wasn't burned or slashed, so we know exactly what it was that killed him.
CSI. Let's do this.
Yeah.
you could have 3 or I don't know how many archers or was the same archer, but like you can have a bunch of skulls. Who knows? But go get some hierarchy skulls. Jeez.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I think so. Sheep Stealer's the MVP. Was it also just because like we just felt so bad for Sheep Stealer? Is it we're just going to give him the MVP just because it's just like, like or certainly I felt the most for them.
He got chomped on by these 3 dragons, and he still walked away.
Yeah,
because he's like
held his own.
Yeah. See, those skills at 100 get pretty tough.
Mm-hmm.
So he's a tough
I think Morgan, correct me if I'm wrong, is he like Sheep Stealer is the oldest among all of the dragons that were in that fracas, I want to say, right? Because like I heard Caraxes like 50 or 60, right? And then
because Rhaenyra's is like a little purse dog. That's a baby. Like, well, not baby.
It is a it's a little Pomeranian. Like I mean,
he's been living.
She's
like,
Paris Hilton, basically.
She's Tinkerbell, and now she's going to war, which is crazy. But it's like, so Sheep Stealer's been like, 100 years, but also not just 100 years, 100 years sleeping rough. Like,
that's a street cat.
That's street cat.
Yeah,
surviving.
I love that.
I think it's slightly less than 100 years, but it's almost 100 years. So I think that's absolutely.
Yeah, or right around there, and I don't know. I think, and we're certainly like, I don't know. It's also just been kind of weird in the sense of just like how people are getting so kind of like just getting weirdly binary. It's like, why are people worried about Sheep Stealer? Like he was was one of the reasons that Jace died. And I'm just like, that's like getting mad at like the horse. that
Ramsey was riding.
That Ramsey was riding, or whatever. I mean, I'm just like, that doesn't. I don't understand that at all. I mean, like
the ghost of Sir Luther like entered the chat, being like, no, sometimes you have to punch the horse.
I heard you needed. I didn't hear no bell. I heard you needed a horse taken care of. You might be a man like Mark Reese. We appreciate you over there. Throwing in with the super chat. We've got some super chats coming in. Thank you again. Hit us with any dollar amount if you guys want to get into the conversation. You might be a man on your own God's Eye Island over there, my friend, because me like when the big monsters fight. It's impressive. I don't think I like it though. You know what I mean? I mean, like I know
it's very unpredictable because it's not like we've seen a bunch of dragons fight on screen 100 times.
No. This is among the most accomplished like dragons action that has ever been made in TV or film.
Yeah.
And also, like, when we get Battle of the Bastards, you're not getting a thing where you're worried about what the psychology of the horses.
Yeah.
Where it's because of the dragon bond and dragons are like this unknowable kind of wild card. It does make it does just add that extra spice where you are looking at the dragons and what they are doing and what their body language and it's a family fight at a like family reunion. You're like, oh, we're all supposed to not be fighting each other.
Right.
They're also different, and then I can't remember who it was exactly gave them very specific personalities.
Absolutely.
Each dragon.
Oh yeah.
So it's just exciting to see for me.
100%. Oh, wait, well, no, the dragons in this show are the dire wolves of GOT.
Yeah. If GOT actually cared about the dire wolves in the end.
Well, no, but you know what I mean? But no, regardless, though, everybody was so fucking worried about like what's his name petting, but because we just deserved or not graft on to animals, like human beings just do that, like in storytelling and shit like that. And it's like, but now obviously, I think that because of the story component of this, because like Game of Thrones wasn't called House of Direwolves. This is called House of Dragons and shit like that. So like they're just more of a component into the thing. And now, book notwithstanding, I know the Direwolves had so much more stuff to do and like so much more elements and personality and shit like that or whatever. But like, yeah, but they really made it their business to like have this, and it's the reason why everybody kind of is throwing around the Sheep Stealer memes and stuff like that, like on Black Twitter and shit like that. You're able to do that because they have characterized this creature in such a specific and I think identifiable way and shit like that. So I think it's I think him as an MVP is a great pick. Maddie, how about you? Your MVP of the week.
My MVP of the week is Helena and Dreamfire.
Yo.
Yeah.
Word.
Because we finally got a glimpse into Helena's dragon dreaming. We finally got kind of a more interior Helena, and we finally got to see Dreamfire like it all. And
in any form or fashion. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
And I said this before we started streaming. We literally saw Dreamfire's eggs before we saw Dreamfire. Like, that's crazy. And Dreamfire is one of my favorite dragons in the entire universe. Supposed to be a really beautiful, really graceful, really lovely dragon. And in the books, I know we were talking about this, Morgan. In the books, Helena and Dreamfire have a very different relationship than what they portrayed on the show. And so
Yeah.
Right.
I'm glad that we got a little bit of that here. So in the books, Helena rides Dreamfire every day. Like, she loves to be in the air. It's her favorite place to be. She doesn't want to be anywhere else. She doesn't want to be down below with the people. She wants to be free in the clouds.
Yeah.
Right. And
It's insane that a bug girl would not be into this incredible animal, like one of the most exclusive animals like on the planet. You know, and it's her, you know what I mean?
In the clouds. It's amazing.
Right.
And Dreamfire is pretty old. She was Rhaena the Black Bride's dragon. And a lot of people believe that her eggs are Dany's eggs in Game of Thrones. Because Rhaena, the only canonical lesbian in A Song of Ice and Fire, had a lover, Alyssa Farman, who spirited away with some dragon eggs to Essos and was never seen or heard from again.
Okay.
So that is, you know, boom, like dragon eggs in Essos, Illyrium Apatis, etc.
Yeah.
So like,
but wasn't Dreamfire like dropping eggs all over? So
yes, apparently,
eggs anywhere.
A baby at every port, like over there, like
Dreamfire was making the 7. I love that, or making the 8.
Eggs in Harrenhal.
They got to go somewhere.
Yes, because the Black Bride, she lived, spent the rest of her days till she died.
She moved to Harrenhal after.
So that's the same. That's another clutch by the same.
Yeah, this is that dragon.
Dreamfire. Okay.
Dreamfire is the same dragon. Yeah.
Okay. Sick.
A lady retired to Harrenhal.
And we're spending
a
lot of time talking about protecting Helena's like children that we never see.
Right.
Like, you know, there's that, which is kind of interesting. Like, what about Jahara or whatever her kid's name is?
Jahara, yeah.
Jahara, and then in the books, they're supposed to
there's supposed to be another son, Maelor.
Another son that has already been born, but we assume that this is that.
Who fucking knows, dude?
I mean, whatever. You know what I mean? Like yeah. Like
is the baby real? Is the baby gonna be born? Like, who knows?
Yeah,
is
for sure.
Dragon? Like, we don't know.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like, my MVP is this channel for bringing people together to bond and fight over great nerdy shit for 10 years. Oh, that's a very beautiful sentiment. We appreciate you, DB. It's like, it's like, go fuck yourself, you fucking weird California. Like, take your fucking California roll, fucking like fucking West Coast bullshit ass, like rooting for the Lakers. Go fuck your mother. Like,
guys, was Con of Thrones Dallas 10 years ago?
What?
Approaching. You know what? Like what? 2017.
You, Maddie.
2017, right?
It was real.
I'm sorry. The 10 years. I was like, wait, has it been here 10 years? Wait, it might have been 10 years.
2017. Was it 2017? The first one, right?
I don't remember.
16.
I think it was 16.
Summer,
I think it's been 10 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's
crazy.
Funny. That's sick. Shout out to Slurpee. Dragonfart was the dragon. I just say dragon fart. Dragon fight was gnarly. Not like a Hulk fart. Even though, hey, that's another way to take out Ormond. You know that fucking everybody. He has a legendary like olfactory fucking handicap over there. Let's take advantage of it. Oh my dude, dragon crop dusting. Fuck that. Like that would be incredible. The dragon fight was gnarly. There was a real weight to their movements, and the sizzling blood and bite sounds were crazy. Yeah, I mean, like not only just the dragon sounds, but like again, like things that I just never even really kind of considered have kind of been made really apparent to me. Like when this was more in Rook's Rest, but we had a little bit of it here. Where like when they get like if they've been like you know like blowing a bunch of fire and fighting and they're you know and like all that kind of stuff like and they bleed like their blood is like hot, you know what I mean? Like it's boiling, like and like I just never even fucking considered that, and that low key kind of blew my mind, like in Rook's Rest, and they had a little bit of it here, like you kind of see like steaming off the ground and shit like that. I was like, it's like such a crazy like again, it's one of those things where it's really good world building in the sense that it kind of I never considered it, but it immediately makes sense.
Yeah, the core of dragons in George R. R. Martin's universe is fire made flesh.
Right. There you go. So it makes sense. Yeah. I mean, like, so
Yeah.
it stands to reason that that's kind of that's what they would rock over there. I would like, again, one of our IRL still can't get over it, but really happy that she's here on both IRL and on chat. Jenny Coldstone Creamery coming in with the super chat. Imagine Allison running into Larry's in the woods and that being less awkward than her dinner with Eamon and Al.
Ooh.
She's sitting there.
What's the geography on that? I think I was trying to figure out that geography where I'm like,
that would be. I wouldn't.
So
put
they're
it past,
outside of Maidenpool.
I wouldn't put.
I mean, if they're both going back to King's Landing,
I wouldn't put it past this show to do it. Honestly.
Yeah. So Maidenpool is in the Riverlands, and it is not too far from Harrenhal. So Harrenhal's like in the middle of the Riverlands, and Maidenpool's over on the east side. But they're like on the same latitude, so they very easily could if they're both going back to King's Landing.
Oh my god!
I'm assuming like there was more. There wasn't just that one guy. There was more guys at some point. What are you laughing at?
Wait!
Man,
you might get excited about her being on foot.
Momo coming in strong.
Oh, that's
had to do it to him, unfortunately.
Oh lordy! Oh my god!
whatever.
Oh, thank you. Love the videos from the UK. Thank you, Mr. Mellows. Thank you, Mr. Mellows. We appreciate you. Like I could see that happening in this show though. Like they do like to be. The show is cheeky and this show is sleazy. You know what I mean? Like this is a telenovela. Like this is just very heightened, very much like. And like I don't want to say like I mean cheap is like the wrong way to say, but can be kind of sordid. Like this whole like, but like I mean we haven't even really spoken about it, but like and maybe we might get into it in kind of the week, but like the Alice Vision, sex scene, like or attempted sex scene, like was so like kind of sordid with like crotch shots and shit like that, and like how like. I don't know, visceral they were getting into
very
it.
Titillating for a very interesting reason.
Right. And I think the way that they can cross that line because it ends up not being the mom. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, and so like I think that there's like a little bit of a filmmaking
And by that point,
knowledge.
I knew, like
yeah.
I
when we
knew,
started
like,
doing the cross shots, I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah. So for me, it's like the psychosexual stuff is more interesting when it's like when it's insinuated, right? And if you just like show it to me, I'm like, what are we doing?
Thrones is gonna Thrones.
Mm-hmm.
We're having bad times at Therapy Hotel. That's
So, hey, consensual fucking.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
There we are.
I mean,
I'm like,
I don't know. I mean, I feel like the bar is below the ground. As long as
the bar is underground.
I'm gonna need 25% or less genetics for me to feel like I can root for them.
Right.
But that's just another parallel
we don't
between
want
Eamon and Damon.
we don't want to. We certainly do not need or want anybody to be sucking cock of the cock that they made.
Yeah.
Why'd you have to say it like a PSA?
We just don't want that. I'm
Why'd
just
you
gonna
have
say
to do
that. Like, wait, what do you mean? I'm just wait, what's wrong? Why did I have to do it? Like, why did I have to do it? I didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Like,
no, you're right. Oh God.
Fucking shooting the messenger. I'm saying that I don't like this. I'm like a preacher who's like mad about gay shit. You know what I mean? Where I'm just like, Your Honor, we have to outlaw this because I have jacked off to it 80,000 times. So we have to get it off of the airway. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what that shit is. You know what I mean? Like,
fuck.
Again, that's not me saying it. It's the character that I just made up. Like, or whatever. Like,
interesting though. Inside all that grossness, I was like, oh, a version of Alice and no, we did get her. She did get the Krispy Kreme scene. I was like, oh, her.
You got Krispy Kreme pie.
Sex that her like not her, but it's sex that she wants.
Yeah.
Within the scene, I'm like,
or like sex that she'll tolerate. We're like, you're Dornish. I'm bored. I got fucked by a mummy for like the last 10 years.
She got
an
orgasm, and I'm like, I was like, Allison at least can have one orgasm. You know,
exactly.
Poor Olivia Cook. They keep doing these things to her. They keep putting Olivia Cook through the horrors. Like Olivia Cook is the one like being subjected to Harrenhal. Like I feel so bad for her.
I'm sure the actress is like, I don't know that.
One of my things with the show is like every episode she's
No, she's a gift factory. She's a gift factory. Like yeah, 1000%. Like
she's like, okay, first of all, my son is the same age as me. What? Like, okay, also, like I have to marry who? Like, oh, why are we adding random sexual assaults? What's going on here, guys? Now I have to fuck my son? What's happening? Like,
yeah, it's kind of never ends, really.
Never
like, you know, because it's always like you're always getting like this. You're just like, okay, so all right, so for this scene, it's what's going on? Like, what's going to be my direction? Well, all you're going to need to do is this. You know what I mean? Like, you're just gonna like you're just gonna be like you did some variation of this, like some variation, because she does have like these like gigantic, like fucking, like almost brat level eyes, like, you know, like where and they can cut. Her eyes are to Amelia Clark's eyebrows. Yeah, like as far as like expressiveness and shit like that, you know, and just their how articulate they can be and everything. Like, but yeah, no, she has been. I mean, she's been monumental, I think, in that way. But she does get like all of the really sordid shit that this show likes to do. It is kind of pouring it all into the Allison bucket. Like it's like where it's like you got to jack off on this guy's fucking feet because he's got fucked up feet, which is why he wants to do it, right? Yeah. Like and
he had to jack off on his feet,
or not. Well, no, he had to jerk off on her feet or whatever it was, right? Yeah. So that, but you know what I mean? Like, and
I'm like, I missed that scene.
Yeah, right. Like, you know, I'm writing my own fanfic over here, Morgan. Like,
but you know what I'm saying? Like, man, we're going somewhere else this time, huh?
Yeah, and so like, yeah, and so I mean, like, she's been a good sport, I think. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and has performed pretty well.
Like, these are like as an actress, and he is like they're not so separated like mother son age. Not the worst person to make out with, you know.
Yeah.
She's a professional, and she's like, you know what, you are a handsome shaped person, and we can do a scene where we kiss, and it actually will be not a bad day at work.
Yeah,
not the worst day at work.
Yeah, right.
You know, I feel like about all the reactions that it's going to bring, whatever, it has to be like so fun.
I remember.
Yeah, they're definitely thinking about that for sure. That's on their mind.
Before this season started airing, like there were leaks pouring out, and people were like, Allison and Aiden are making out, and we were all like, guys, that's crazy. They wouldn't do that.
That's crazy.
I am Bobo the Fool now. I am Bobo the Fool.
But it's like
Bobo the Fool.
Oh yeah, Boo Boo the Fool. Thank you.
Thanks.
Bobo the Clown. Bobo the Clown.
There we go. Yeah. Don't get your boo-boos and your bobos like mixed up or whatever it is. You got to watch over there. We have a couple more. Oh wait. Do we have anything else to add to that over there? Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah. We got Jenny Pappas over there. Team Black is squandering their chance at the throne. The throne has rejected Rhaenyra. Yeah. I mean, I think that
throne and me. Yeah, like, I mean, wait till we get to my cunt of the week.
There we go. Interesting. Like the no, I mean, I think
spoilers.
Well, it's because it's like if the throne cuts you, then like it's kind of saying like you go fuck yourself or whatever it was. Yeah, for sure. I mean, like I mean they are. I mean, like again, ruling is easier. Ruling is harder than conquering. I mean, like, and that's always kind of been a big thing. And it is if you're, I don't know. I guess if you're just if you're, I don't know, there's a lot of different things that are kind of like that I think that like are working against Rhaenyra and that Rhaenyra works against herself. I mean, like, again, certainly if we're just looking at this through the lens of fucking teams and shit, which is fucking stupid as fuck. But like, if we must, I mean, I think that there's a lot of circumstances to which I think that, that Rhaenyra and company and Team Black or whatever it is, like, I mean, like they've been fucking up. I mean, like, and it's kind
one of the great tragedies of Rhaenyra is that Viserys set her up to be his heir and never actually prepared her to be his heir.
Yeah.
And so we are seeing the results and the fallout of that because he was like, oh, I'm going to make you my heir, because he spent her entire life looking for somebody else. And then when Emma died, he was like, there can't be anyone else. It has to be you. But then he still did not prepare her.
Right.
And so it's like, this is, the consequences of an inconsequential ruler. Unfortunately, there's a lot of Viserys in Rhaenyra, but there's some Daemon and there's some other like instances, like Rhaenyra's drinking so much more than ever before. And so it's like we see
and a little Cersei action going. You know what I mean?
Getting a little Cersei action.
Yeah,
her small council does not have her back.
No.
The only people who are bringing her anything useful are Adam, Allen, and Bela.
Yeah.
Everybody else has their own agendas. They're not really actually helpful to her.
I think Orwell's Orwell's on the level out of self-interest because he knows how tight of a rope he's walking.
Orwell will definitely try to be a genius person, but he just don't have anything right now.
Right.
And then you have Damon who wants to combat and confront her in front of the small council about her decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're only as good as your team. Her team is not good.
He's kind of making. I mean, like I think there's an element to which people know that, like, I mean, that's her husband and uncle who groomed her and shit. So like, but it is a weird thing where it goes like, oh yeah, we can like just kind of disregard shit that she says. You know what I mean?
I mean,
like,
to be fair,
she's like, I want you to be this kind of queen. I want to conquer all these lands. But I need you to actually stand by.
But I don't back you up. I don't back you up in the way that I did.
Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
And then I've seen a lot of people talking about how she's such a horrible queen. She's gotten into a very bad situation when she came to the throne.
She was fucked.
Yeah.
They did that on purpose.
Exactly. Like you said, her father did not really raise her to be a ruler. All the money is gone.
Right.
And she's got a small council that doesn't really support her.
She's trying to run a country at like 10% power. Of course she's gonna have issues.
Yeah. Right.
But also, I mean, there is decisions where, again, the small council doesn't have her back because she does not hold up her end of the bargain. So why would they?
Yeah. And I agree with that.
Instead of like taking, okay, I am hiring you as master of coin and just being right out, your job is to take the abuse a little bit, but here's what you get in return. Mm-hmm. And here's the benefit of being the whipping boy.
Right.
So that not just being like, fuck you, yeah, you are our whipping boy. That's her whole job. And also you get nothing in return except for shit on your door. And then also the phrase, your son, like one of his greatest accomplishments was getting that bridge open by promising them Harrenhal. And then she's like, LOL, no. I'm mad at Damon.
Yeah. I think
another problem they have is that Targaryen supremacy mindset.
Right.
Because you have all these people who are dragon riders for you, literally risking their lives. And you can't do anything to keep them a little bit happy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. That's, I mean,
because
now
you
we
think
get
you're so much better than
Or I feel like with Rhaenyra, can we modify it to asshole of the week? Because everyone's calling her a cunt. I feel like
is it too much? I
feel like she's heard it enough. She wouldn't actually feel it. But if you go, you fucking asshole, she might
be like, whoa.
She hasn't heard that.
Well, but I mean, no one's saying that to her, like in the room. All people are saying it around her.
She hears it. She hears it.
And Maria, to your point, I do think that we lose, like with the Nettles Rhaena choice, which is my cunt of the week. Sorry, spoilers.
Sure.
Well, one of my cunts of the week. We can get into the others when we get to that section. You lose the question of Targaryen supremacy because Nettles exists outside of like the Targaryen kind of structure and is like unapologetically black in a world that assumes all Targaryens as white. And so it is like she's the broom kid of the story and they took out the broom kid. And it's just like, what the fuck are we doing here? Like
the broom kid was my favorite part.
Yes.
She's
so
like,
we just feel robbed.
Because she's like the myth of bootstraps in America. She's like, that's actually it, doing it. Like, literally just by being smart and like intuitive and being like, dragon like sheep, feed sheep to dragon, hang out with dragon.
Hang out with dragon, claim dragon. Awesome. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, exactly. Because like, it's like you can tame a stray dog. Now, the dog might not kill you as quickly as sheep stealer might, but that's how you can get there. You know what I mean? Like,
it's such like her character was such. She was always my favorite, and I was always like, oh, and that meant in my mind, I was like sheep stealer, socialist sheep stealer for the people. Like that dragon was like my favorite because he was so like, Nash. I like her spirit. I like her style, and I don't know. I just really and also and like and since she's not in the book, it's like, well, it's not spoiling it to be like, no, and she's one of the characters, rides off into the sunset, and fuck y'all.
Does like one thing that we keep telling motherfuckers to do that Gwen tells fucking Darren to do in this episode. He goes, you can just fly away.
I just wanted that story, like a woman in Westeros, lowborn, just getting a dragon, fucking shit up.
Yeah,
making some friends along the way.
No, but Morgan, they dressed her up like her though. Like,
oh, poor Raina. I mean, a lot of people are
in and of itself, in and of itself, I'm not like, I don't dislike the.
I don't dislike Raina. I mean,
yeah, but I know, but given what Nettles does to the story and the holes that it punches within, like, again, kind of coming from all sides, from it doing it to themselves, from the Citadel, from just like the general, just kind of, again, just like the veil kind of falling on how much we need to regard like House Targaryen, like, you know, and their decline and everything like that. Yeah, it's a big. It's a piece of the mosaic that just is going to feel missing. You know what I mean?
Stealer being outside feral cat for so many years, and then when he does choose, like a cat, they choose you. When he does choose a rider, to choose like just a common person, who is just smart and that was always such a powerful story to me. Where I'm like, oh, I just love that he rejected humans for so many years. Mm-hmm. Something about Nettles, maybe. Was the first person that actually like wasn't scared and like actually saw what he liked, and I'm like, that's a beautiful fucking story. And I'm like, what they took from me,
totally.
But no, I mean, because Raina's like that character, like she's doing her like within that storyline. I mean, I think it's been fine. I think it's been fine. I think it's one of those things where you're trying to think about, like, I gotta not think about like she's still highborn. Get that highborn off the Stealer.
Right, exactly.
No highborns.
and kind of like on kind of what we were talking about before. We got Roma Arma 30 over there hitting us with a $5 super chat. Appreciate you very much, my friend. Is it just me, or is Ormond the only one playing 3-dimensional chess over every black team member? Kind of, sort of at this point. Certainly at this point, certainly with the reveal that kind of also did some interesting backfilling for other scenes, like with Ulf and Ormond and everything.
I think he's just. Well, the thing is, like, there's a song called "The Cleanup Woman."
Comparatively,
there's a song called "The Cleanup Woman," right? So, like, in the song, she's talking about, you know, her relationship with this guy, whatever, and apparently she made it easy for the cleanup woman to come pick up her man's loving. Okay,
right.
And so I feel like Ormond is just taking advantage of the situations that are present.
Yeah,
and like he has his spies and everything.
Right.
But I don't think he's necessarily playing 3-dimensional chess. He's just playing to the humanity of the situation.
Right. Or maybe comparatively. Maybe comparatively.
But that only really speaks to kind of like the weakness of the writing in the show.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I kind of
feel
he's
the one-eyed man. He's the one-eyed man in the land of the blind, like with some of this shit like that we got going on.
Well, I feel like the Hightowers, they're kind of slowly revealing. It's not Ormond specifically, but it's the Hightowers. Since they got Allison as queen, I think they have always, the second she had a son, the Truth Social Pigeon Network that they're having versus like the Citadel Twitter, you know, like that group chat that's probably been around the whole time, and they've been using that. So I think that's where it can be like 3D chess, where it's like, we have infrastructure you don't even know exists. Yeah, we have like things that are invisible that have lived in the city for years. Right. That the second we got our girl on as queen and she had a boy, it kicked in. Yeah. But also Rhaenyra, she did a little chess with the Baratheon thing. Mm-hmm. And if she should take a note from him when Corlys, she pissed off Corlys, and luckily he went out and was fucking up the Triarchy. But if she had been like actually had a plan, she should have marketed as everywhere that team goes, the Greens brought these pirates to your shores. The Greens brought these outsider raiders to your shores, and that's why your wife and your children are dead. And like spread that propaganda, put all the chaos that those pirates were doing to those towns at the feet of the Greens. That's what Ormond would do, I would think. He's like blaming Rhaenyra for things that she didn't even do, and like he's like marketing it better. That's all.
Otto Hightower, ever the political theater like statesman, because he goes like, what does he say? He goes like, he has the conqueror's name, he has the conqueror's crown, he was fucking, like named in the sept for by every single legitimate fucking like benchmark that everybody has. Who are you? Like he could kind of, they know how to sell it, and I think that's another element, and that speaks to like the Targaryen supremacist kind of angle, in the sense that this is just what we do. We're just always supposed to be here. We don't have to really be like swarthy about it. We can just kind of swing this really big, this really big stick, like this dragon-sized stick or whatever at people.
Yeah. But also knowing the whole prophecy thing, though, with Maria,
and that's also another element to it. Yeah, I
think that like the thing with Rhaenyra is she's thinking so big about like there's this gigantic existential threat that she wouldn't even like think like, why would I have to do chess? I'm trying to like save the world. Like, I think that's also a different in mindset of like just focusing on like, my line has to, like a Targaryen has to keep the Seven Kingdoms together. I'm meant to be the queen. The gods want me to be the queen. So they don't think petty like little chessboards. Like they don't think like that. And it's hubris, but it's also like.
And if they are taking, like if they are trying to keep like the common folks in mind, they're taking like pretty fucking terrible advice from Mysaria about it. You know what I mean? And so it's like even when they are listening, in some sense, they're kind of like they're sort of cocking up the works there a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, like all typical poor person that wins the lottery and turns into an asshole. That like I think that can also bring us into. Over here, our cunt of the week, over here, because and again, I know I said it last week. Maddie checked in on me and she was like, "Did you make the new intro?" And I was like,
people were betting.
It was really. Or what's the pot up to? What do we got?
I don't know. So it was like early in the chat. They're like, "Who's taking the odds?"
Who's taking the odds or whatever it was? Yeah, I mean, and again, I've just got
Kalshi or whatever.
Yeah. I had Jesus Christ, like for like 8 cents or something like that. For like, it was an incredibly. I mean, this weekend was so fucking busy and it was so whatever, and it was just kind of like go, and so like, I regret to inform you that, I did.
He did it. He did it.
There's no cure for being a cunt.
Cunt. Cunt. Cunt. Cunt. Cunt. Cunt. Cunt. Cunt. Cunt. Cunt. We'll kill that horn-blowing cunt. Cunt. Cunt.
Cunt.
That was
we had to update it. We had to get it in there with the most intense.
He really had me in the first half, not gonna lie.
No, because like, what did I do? All I sent was like, you were like, did you do the fucking?
You were like, shh.
No. I was just like, shh, be quiet. Like whatever. Like, all right, I should have sent like the emoji that just was like this.
Grimacing.
You know what I mean? Like,
the Chrissy Teigen emoji.
Yeah, right, totally. No, but we got ourselves it's the cunt of the week, everybody. It's like where we kind of figure out, again, it can be one of two different types of cunts, though. It can be obviously a person that we're not very happy with. It can also be cunt being served as well. And we'll differentiate between those two and we can also apparently, as Maddie pointed out, like we can also have multiple ones. It's like occasionally you can have like some gold and some silver medalists over there, but Dustin, you've teased it several times and you seem itchy. You've been chomping at the bit to fucking get this thing going. So, Dustin, who is your cunt of the week, my friend?
Rhaenyra, man.
Oh, there you go.
She failed my boy Ulf. She failed him.
Yeah, green reveal from Dustin over here.
Yeah.
She only had to do she literally just had to just give him let him go have a pint with his lads.
Sure,
that's all you had to do.
Right.
That's just like but then like flying off to go join this battle, like she caused that battle, in my opinion. Like she is the cat. Like she got there and like Damon was like, no, we got this. Like chill out. No, she showed up and it was like game on.
Right.
Like she was hot and ready, like a Little Caesar's pizza, and it fucking went down. Like, And like that was,
even though I have kind of forced your hand by lying to you this entire time, you know what I mean? But hey, whatever,
Well,
you know what I mean? Like,
no, but like she showed up, and it was like, what do you think Sheep Steward's gonna do? It's like, yeah, she shows up, and like all of a sudden she's like, what are you doing, Raina? What the fuck? What is this dragon? I'm gonna kill this fucking dragon, even though like that's bullshit. She knows that dragons are connected to their riders.
Right.
Like, that is her relative. She should have like known. Like she should have been a little more understanding. Also, the arrows killed her son, not the fucking dragon.
True.
You're an idiot and a bad queen. Fuck you.
Oh,
On to the week.
Dang, Dustin.
Like, yeah, dude. Like, I've never thought that like Ormond would be like usurped as like having just like an acerbic like like Ormond is just like even Ormond would hear that and he would be like, dude, you gotta relax, man. Like no, I get it in the sense that like I think it's in the sense of like just the inherent frustration with Rhaenyra and like how her handling of this thing, this whole thing, for sure, absolutely. I think like I can totally.
But also I just think that she just flying off like like literally like half cocked, where she just like she just like, although I will give her that throw of the skull into the fire where
nailed
kind of
like another big net
Serving
just lands perfectly. That's
right.
Yeah. I listen, she's not making the greatest decisions.
No.
When I'm like, I was begging Rhaenyra to do it, like be action Rhaenyra, make some decisions, do some stuff. But I'm kind of like this week action Rhaenyra is not the best. She's not doing the best. She can turn it around a little.
Yeah, I mean,
fill it out.
I mean, I would like just, and I would say though that I mean, like, there is this Rhaenyra has like almost to a pathological fucking degree tried to like preserve life and keep an even keel and kind of be the Viserys like element or whatever it was, and it did ring very true to what she said to Daemon. She was like, who the fuck do you think you're talking to? Like, that is not the type of decisions that I make, and I don't whatever. If you had a conversation with me where you go, it's like, you don't bring me ahead and lie to me. You don't you like do all this other stuff where he's like, you don't like create this fiction that you can't control, because again, it's it's your daughter atop like a wild dragon. Like the fact that Daemon wouldn't take into account that he'd be able to really kind of, and he who just had a fuck hit, like Caraxes just said, he was like, no, Caraxes, don't go over there. And Caraxes like, fuck you, I'm gonna go check out this cave. You know what I mean? Like, and he's a classically trained dragon. Like, I understand like her getting there, but she should have. I agree in the sense like I certainly wouldn't land like any good dog owner. You don't fucking bring the pups like within spitting distance of one another if you know that they're going to be irate and everybody's dander is going to be up and everything like that. But like, yeah, I mean, it was a tough one, especially just for that moment and for her as a tactician and Morgan. I mean, like, and even like to the point that Morgan said before, we was like, where she can come over and she can talk to what's his name, Master Coin guy, and just be like, like you're gonna kind of be a fall guy for this one. I just need you to be able to take some heat off of me while I move some stuff around, but I got you, dog. The same way that she could have been with Corlys, be like, even if I can't do it right now because of the eyes of whatever the fuck it is or whatever. It's like even making some assurances, like I'm like, 6 months and I got you, dog. Like I'm telling
you. That's my problem with her is that
100%.
You think that, and then like I just.
Yeah, because also she would
have over
to
the gold cloak. She screwed over. Oh, she screwed over like Hugh. She screwed over, and she's like like she's just basically throwing everyone under the bus.
She needs a hand. Like she needs a hand that's like, hey.
She needs a real counsel who can help her prioritize.
If only she had done a favor for her hand.
Because Sabitha would be a really good council member if Sabitha was given Harrenhal. Could be like, because it's like you have to. Number one,
she was.
Well, you have to.
Do whatever you want. I don't give a shit.
It's like,
true.
You have to demonstrate, like the Lannisters always pay their debts. That House Targaryen will. Like, she's basically had a big neon sign when she said, anyone who kills Aemond gets Harrenhal. Yeah. That is a big neon sign that any promises a Targaryen makes you, they're fire, they're unpredictable. Who knows if it's true or not. So that is such like that is like kind of the original sin, because she could have built off of give the phrase what they're owed. And then when you go to Tormund, be like, hey, here's the deal. Just like the phrase, they gave me the bridge, they got the castle.
Yeah.
You notice that we pay our debts. We can build off of that. And it's just like a little build.
Right.
Honestly, Rhaenyra, she's the queen. She should be focused on like the big decision. She needs a hand that really
she doesn't have a good counsel.
Yeah, she needs a counsel. And like, cause like she can't do it all. So she is going to be flying off the handle, paranoid. Everyone's against me.
Oh yeah.
And then we have actually like one.
And
of
then
the
like
most
freaking out on Helena, on like this autistic chick who just like, you know, and you're just like, you need to relax,
that was
maybe.
tough
Like,
to
really,
look at.
that was
tough.
really weird. Yeah, that was
hard
not
to
great.
watch.
Yeah,
I'm
I mean, like,
but I'm kind of like a there is this thing where I'm like, I understand why she is not being the best queen ever. I'm like very empathetic about it because I'm like, no king has ever ruled completely alone. No king has had everyone like.
No, like when Damon is like your most effective council member, like that is a fucking problem.
Alan.
Okay, now that one, no, but she throws her weight more behind Damon than she does fucking Alan, though.
Which is
You
crazy.
know what I mean? Like, which is crazy. And again, that's another thing where it's like I understand that she like wants to, but there is a set. It's like it's like whenever you kind of have to kind of like draw boundaries with people or just be like, listen, I cannot do this, but we can, but this can happen. I can't have you. Oh, my friend, I cannot fucking have you. You being such you being so important and so key to my success. I can't have a guy like you out there. Something bad could happen. You could slip and fall.
Where's your friends? We're gonna bring.
Where's your friend? But you know what? Pop-up bar in your spot. We got you. We're bringing all your homies in and shit like that. You can show them. It'll be the coolest fucking dive bar in the whole city.
No,
the fucking Red Keep. The Red Keep sounds like a great fucking bar, like a bar that I would want to go to. You know what I mean? Like,
no, nothing behind a velvet rope is the best bar you want to go to. I would say. Here's the thing. Another thing, as we understand, as we understand as like bar people, industry people, when Ulf said it's not that type of bar, what he meant, and we see it every weekend. I've never felt. Listen, Logan Square gets crazy. People are crazy. People are going nuts. My bar, I never feel so more safe because I know if anyone comes at me, if anybody sees somebody, if anybody like pulled a knife and I didn't see it, I have so many people watching my back. He has an army in that dive bar. He has an army there. He's like, that is literally in my Great Hall. That is my family. I'm in my Great Hall, surrounded by my allies. Sure, a high tower agent can come and try to kill me, but I got eyes. Because
they can also do it in the palace. Like they can poison me. So
they're more likely to do it in the palace because that palace has like the people in there. So I'm like, she just fundamentally. Why would she? But I'm like, when he's like, it's not that type of bar. I knew. I was like, yeah, he's saying that is the safest place I've ever been because I'm their hero. I am the regular that got a dragon. They're not letting anyone fuck with me.
He's fucking Norm. You know, he walked in, they're like, oh, you know, like, and I think she just like underestimates all of her not subjugates, but you know, like, but she underestimates everybody. Yeah, subjects, I guess. Yeah. She just underestimates everybody. And so it's like she just doesn't really understand what any of them actually want. And even when she was taking like the like people coming up and petitioning her, she didn't know how to answer any of them. And then she just literally walked away from them. And
that was tough.
Aegon's like, you need sheep. Well, we can give him his sheep back, right? Like, even if it doesn't get the result,
there was a childlike innocence that his
some of his answers.
The
petitioner, I'm seeing that, and I'm like, well, he wanted to. His hand wouldn't let him. That's why she needs a good hand to be a bad cop or whatever.
Yeah. Right.
Like, even freaking
theater of it,
was better at like,
because
he was just like he's like a naive rich kid. He's an asshole, but he's like,
how much does a sheep or a banana cost? $10? Like whatever, you know what I mean? Like like
or a banana.
Kind of like. I was just like, I'm like, Rhaenyra, you just need to like, you need a hand to teach you marketing and spinning and which is what
these are all things her father should have done with her.
Which
she did not.
Big time. And again,
so
also,
we see like the fall of all these dominoes. Right?
Yeah,
we see why she is not as effective as she could possibly want to be or could be as queen.
Yeah.
It's very
No.
I could never like be a boss all by myself. Like no one who's ever run anything with more than like 5 people can like make you would turn insane because you're like fire.
You have to be able to delegate. Like she really shouldn't be hearing all those petitions anyway. That should be somebody on her council.
Yeah.
And if there's some other petitions that she may need to hear specifically, then they can come to her. She doesn't need to be the one doing that.
Yeah.
Or some of them are marketing, where the ones were like, hey, I can grant this one. It's going to look really good.
Yeah, totally.
Well,
like,
that's
no,
what Maria was saying. Like, she was like, let me do that. Like, she was trying it.
She was trying, to her credit.
Yeah, totally. Well, I mean, and she's always been kind of bad at that. Like, even when she was like hearing, like, you know, petitions for her hand, when she was going to figure out how to who to take us, like who she was going to like pick, you know, to be her betrothed or whatever it was, she was still like. They were gonna like, hey, like this guy's like, you know, like a kind of a big deal. We just got to hear him out. And she's being very rude, being very flippant, being very much like a 15-year-old girl or something like that. You know what I mean? Like a 15-year-old heiress and shit. So it kind of makes it. I mean, like all this stuff tracks within the characters. Like it's just like I think it's just like kind of like that. I think that's the other thing that's very confusing about when people say like when they ascribe people as being Team Black, but then like us not like.
Legally,
understanding
yes,
that
I
will like
legally,
right, yeah, for sure, like
and illegally, and illegally, yes, I am.
Right, no, and
all aristocracy is illegal,
right, but in the sense of like
there is no ethical rule under.
There is no ethical rule under feudalism. Correct.
Oh my god, right? Yeah. No, but in the sense of like the did I lose my train of thought? Did I lose my train of thought?
Right, I can go with my cunt because mine's quick.
Yeah, go for it.
I'm gonna be quick because I talked enough. It's both cunt and serving because Eamon's a cunt for kicking out Allie's out of bed in that incredible corset.
That's true.
Yeah, he was wrong for that. It was giving Wuthering Heights for sure.
My sexual heart withered. I'm like, no, mommy. How could you? I was like, I would call her mommy. I don't care. I know that's gross, but she was so incredible.
She's right. Alice Rivers is the mommy of A Song of Ice and Fire.
The mommy.
Like, she's the mommy to Ease. Like,
feed me the paste. I'm in. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
No, I mean, and it was like that was the whole. I'm just trying to find a good.
Yeah, you're like you gotta like turn up the.
There we go.
It's very hard. Yeah.
It's very much. Yeah, it's very. But yeah, But it was like it was one of the. It's like I got dressed up in your mom's face in this corset for this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Come on, I'm trying to help you out. I'm like,
the thing is, she didn't even dress up as her mom. Like the whole that wasn't even her.
She's in her underthing.
What did you see?
Yeah.
Well, like so it wasn't her pretending. It was because I was and maybe like it wasn't
not clear. It's not clear.
Yeah, okay. Kind of unclear because like he could have.
She does say, "What do you see?" And then later on, she says,
"Oh yeah,
Targaryen boys want the same thing." Yeah. Going back to when Daemon was there and he was dreaming of his mother.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, I mean, like I think maybe it's one of those things where I'm like I'm not sure how much like
how much agency she had in the illusion
in the like the cloaking of her as
the
Allison,
glamour.
you know what I mean, like or whatever. Like I kind of I mean I could totally see it in the sense where he goes like I gotta sniff this guy out. This is what I do. I give these guys like I have them hang out in fucking Harrenhal Hall. I give them fucking dreams about fucking their mother, and I see how they react. Daemon was horrified. Daemon was horrified that it was happening. Aemon was horrified that his mom turned into his girlfriend. Like he was that was the only point where he decided to push her off. Like, get the fuck off of me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, which is pretty crazy work, you know, like when you really think about it. We were talking about rulers before. I figured we hit up another super chat before we get into the rest of them over here. We got Cam Soul ANN or Solano. Cam Solon. If I'm forgive me if I'm not saying that correctly. I think some good counseling from a good hand of the king and small counsel. I think Darren would actually be the best ruler from a great mentorship, aka not Ormond Hightower. I think that's a pretty unassailable take.
I think that he's a good ruler because he doesn't want to be ruler. Like
you gotta not want it.
He knows it's
Type
wrong.
shit, you know what I mean?
He
Like,
knows
yeah.
how easy it is to corrupt. He's watched it tear his family apart, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like, so I
Yeah.
like he's good because he doesn't want to be the ruler.
Yeah. It's a good, or it's a solid, it's a good bedrock because like it seems like he's a pretty like sensitive, astute guy, but like he like
He's a baby Jon Snow.
he is a baby Jon
he
Snow.
don't want
He doesn't want it. He doesn't want it. Like,
Don't
you know,
put that
but
on him. Don't put that on him.
yeah.
Sorry.
they're like our brunette, black haired, you know, like Targ's got to stick together. You know what I mean? Like that's what like that is so funny. The and also here we got ourselves another one over here. Shout out to Sasha Deschetti over there, 1844. In a medieval context, Viserys was at fault. He should have had the foresight to understand that a realm would not respect his decision over gender biases. They would have rejected Rhaenyra even if the Greens consented.
Yeah.
Do we think?
don't.
What do we think? If there was a lot of people on. I mean, it would have been difficult, but not impossible,
Morgan, what do you think?
in my opinion. But yeah,
Everyone says this, but that is a high tower plot that you all bought into. Because I'm like, there will be houses that will say no.
Yes.
And then you send your dragons and you do one war crime right quick. And then
It's not a war crime the first time. It's
Yes.
not a war crime.
Hey,
And-
if
the
it's the
small
first
folk-
time, it is not a war crime. Like
The small
if it
folk-
does not fit, you must acquit. And if it's not the first time, it is not a war crime. Like
I'm saying that the small folk and the merchants class, they don't give a fuck as long as the boats roll in on time and like
Yeah.
they'll call you a cunt or a whore queen. They'll say shit.
There's a bunch of New York Jews that do not give a fuck that Mamdani is a Muslim. He's opening up public pools. He's getting shit done. He's filling potholes. You know.
They'll go along to get along. They don't want to go to war. They're like, well, she keeps the trains running or whatever. Like she's like the Raven network works and like things aren't on fire.
Mhm.
She has all and guess what? I heard that she actually has men all around her who really rule. I heard that she's just a figurehead. Like everyone would have said that Queen Elizabeth wouldn't be, everyone would go like England would like set her on fire. And then she just sort of did it. And
They actually gave Rhaenyra a Queen Elizabeth quote.
I know it.
Oh yeah, right.
I don't know
marketing.
Oh man, I
Yeah.
knew
I
that.
didn't like
Maybe
it,
they
but
didn't go with the actual quote.
That's when I knew this was going to be a washed season. That's when I knew.
A wash?
Yeah.
Really? You think this is
Yeah.
a wash
I
season?
don't know, but like we'll see how it lands.
I don't like. I hated that.
It was a little. Well, it was.
That
It was in the sense that it was fucking so on the nose. You're just like, all right, like settle down, Bartholomew. Like we all took fucking like English fucking like English lit. Like you know.
But think about how
history
many
class and shit.
think about how many kingdoms like that in the Erie that a woman rules, and it's like there's plenty of places where even if it is a man is actually ruling, but his wife is actually the more adept one in smaller things. Like again, I don't think the kingdom would like tear itself apart because a woman was on the throne. People would just cope and be like, well, the men are actually ruling. It's a high tower thing where they're like, everyone would go crazy. And I'm like, would they? They'll say shit
with enough support and a good plan and preparation and everything. You know what I mean?
Maybe a
Like
small council.
yeah, like you know what I mean, and a good like yeah, like also like as we're declining in as you know, fucking Viserys is literally turning into the Crypt Keeper. Like Rhaenyra starts to take over more elements of the job. Give her a couple of fucking like easy things that are very public that endear herself to the fucking public and like
she should be beside you when you're taking
the whole time.
Yes,
But she just fucked off to Dragonstone and just like hung out on the beach, like and it was just a severe misstep, like you know what I mean, like in the sense of just like of preparing her for the thing. You know what I mean? Like yeah,
that's just my take anyway.
Yeah, no, I think that's
Maddie,
fair.
what do you think?
Quint of the week. What you got?
Quint of the week. Okay.
Quint of the week.
My first quint of the week is and this is absolutely not related to House of the Dragon, but I need you to that's how serious I am about this. Okay, I went to get my nails done last week. And I said, I want silver chrome.
Hold on.
And they gave me fucking K-pop Demon Hunters iridescent.
Right.
And I was like, that's not I want I want witness me. Like that's
Hold
what I
on,
want.
right? Like,
And
let's
this
show the
is
people
fucking,
what we got
like,
here.
It's
Yeah,
like this pink green shift.
right.
And then it
See,
flew
it's
Yeah.
iridescent.
Yeah, it's deeply
Uh-huh.
So what
iridescent.
they needed
So-
to do was paint them black and then get on it.
Well, it was also the completely wrong chrome dip. Like, what?
Mhm.
I'm not even gonna get into it. But I was
Okay.
sitting there. I was sitting there watching her do it, and I was like,
Oh, it's that's such a,
Like-
no. It's like when I'm getting like a haircut, and I'm just like, oh, he's one of those guys. He's one of those guys who just
Yeah.
turns everybody into Don Draper. Like, I don't want to look like I'm in
Yeah.
fucking Arcade Fire. Fuck you. Like, whatever. You know what I mean? Like type shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like all that.
What
type
Should
is
I
of shit,
say
you know?
something? Do I say
Hotel?
something?
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And so I was like, it's pretty, so I won't say anything, but I'm like mad about it.
Mhm.
And so
Yeah.
like that's
Oh,
my
yeah.
number one cunt of the week. My number two
Fuck
cunt
yeah,
of the
hell
week
yeah.
was whoever decided to make Raina Nettles. And then my number three cunt of the week, so that I have something for this segment, is, are you ready?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Like, so now I'll actually
You got
make this
nettles.
relate. Hold on. Now I'm actually going to make this relate to something to the
Listen,
show. Like,
you guys need to
All of it
appreciate
relates.
I love
my
it.
ability to tell a story.
Everything is everything is a journey. I love it. I'm here for it.
Let's keep going.
What you got?
So, my cunt of the week, I would say, is whoever decided all of these things need to happen off screen. Because this whole episode, I was just like, when did that happen? When did that happen? When did Bela and Alan talk about marriage? When did Adam fall in love
Like
with
enough
Bela?
so that like I would have thought that you would have heard about me potentially marrying your fucking your big bro. You know what I mean? Like or whatever. Like yeah. Uh-huh.
Yes. And I was just like,
It
what?
Well, they
sounds
kissed
like her
once.
cunt
They
of the
kissed
week
once.
are the writers.
Kinda. They also they did my girl Lena dirty because I was excited about
They
Lena.
did my girl Lena dirty. They did my husband Herwin Strong dirty. They did fucking Allison dirty by not making her clearly the adult in the situation. Like
Yeah.
they went for Rainocent. Like this is me and many of my lesbian friends have been talking about this. Okay, you had like a perfect lesbian ship in Lena and Rhaenyra, and you
Right.
were like erase.
I
Rainocent.
wanted that.
We're gonna ship.
way.
We're gonna ship this woman with her abuser stepmother, and y'all are gonna love it so much. And it's just like
I wanted the three-way.
this is the kind of ship that makes people homophobic. Like
It's an op.
it is. I'm
You know
sorry.
what?
It's an
But
op.
you know what? I would agree if it weren't for the fact that all the other ships are related.
You know, I respect that. I respect that. And I also think Olivia Cook and
Yeah,
Emma
that
Darcy
was the
are
only
both
thing.
incredibly
Right.
beautiful people. So I'm not mad about that. I also think
Right.
Sonoya Mizuno is incredibly beautiful. And so like I'm fine with all of that. That's cool. I'm living on the Missaria Rhaenyra train for life. But like, what are we doing here, guys? What are we doing?
Yeah.
No, I
The bar is below hell, right?
And that's
No,
kind of what
no.
I meant when I was talking about my episode thoughts, when I was like, I'm seeing these choices snowball.
Yeah.
Like
Mhm.
we're
Yeah.
here, we're in it. Nothing makes
Mhm.
sense anymore because everything is removed from the original context it was presented in. So like,
Right. Yeah. No, I think that's fair. I mean, like, and also, I mean, I've always talked about that before, where it's like the first 5 episodes of season 1, and then you get the time jump. I know that they wanted to fill in all that stuff, but like that whole era could have
should
been
have been
like
2 seasons. Should have been 2 seasons.
Yeah.
that everything up until the 5th episode could have been like a whole season. You know what I mean? Like they were just too fucking afraid to not have any dragon like
Yes.
dust ups and stuff like that. They were just they were so fucking afraid to, and again, I can kind of understand it like in a very, very broad sense of just like House of the Dragon, and there's not a dragon war or whatever the fuck it is, where it's like,
Yeah.
I think that yeah, I just think that like they've been a little, there's elements to which they're hot to trot, and then they're like or they're doing like hurry up, but like don't take too long.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like type shit, like which is like you're just like, what is mixed messages? Like
We're
it's
not
like,
doing the traveling anymore. We don't really know what kind of time
Yeah,
is passing.
Allison just like showed up at Harrenhal when it's like they made a whole big to do about like getting
How
to
treacherous it is.
Yes,
And
and
see
getting
that
through the
shit, one
Riverlands.
guy with her, and like it's fine.
Yeah, whatever.
One man.
one
Whatever.
guy. You know what I mean? Like he looked pretty solid though. He looked pretty strong. Like
She started out with people, and then and I'm assuming like her story was there was one guy, and I'm assuming she's running away to the people because when you see her going, there's a bunch of guys, right?
Was there like a big party of folks? I don't.
Was there only one? Am I crazy? I'm just making shit up.
I don't remember. I mean, like, I honestly don't remember.
One guy is
like,
wild with a clearly highborn woman.
No, in a crime hoodie, but like Santified, where it's like nice and
blue.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for sure. I mean,
you're
like,
very clearly rich, man. Like,
yeah, right, absolutely. Like,
red hair or brownish hair.
Heading to Harrenhal, where a bunch of other like sellswords and like everybody's trying to go there for a bounty. Like, all those got to be like side quest,
right? They're just like, yeah, the place to put out the John Wick like phone call like type shit. Like, we're all just going there. Were you gonna say that?
Muted. I was like, we are literally creating John Wick, and we both said John Wick at the same time, but I was muted.
There we go. I think I saw you. I think I saw you. See, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, man. I love that. Maria, who do you got for your quint of the week over there?
Lack of preparedness and foresight.
On whose part, or just in general?
Yes.
Well, definitely on Rhaenyra's father's part, right? A lot of people are like, "Oh, she's such a bad queen," or whatever. Okay, she wasn't given the setup to be a good queen, though. Her father did not really teach her as she should have.
Hunt of the week,
right?
With Sarah's.
Well,
when I'm saying that Otto high power,
the whole Targaryen supremacy always gets in the way.
Yeah, no, and I think also the other element that has also sort of like kind of weirdly hamstrung her a bit is the prophecy thing, which is why it's weird that she's so fucking like desperate to get some insight, and is worried about whether the gods have deemed her worthy or is having some say in the shit, is because like, no, this is like the conqueror's dream and we're supposed to be here. We have to make, it's like, but she's sort of like kind of like misinterpreting it as in like, she's meant to be here. It's like, no, we have to fight to stay here to make sure that we're able to be here when this happens. Not that we are gonna be here when this happens. You know what I mean? I think that there's a kind of like an element to which she's just like, I just need to be on the throne and it'll all work out, which is fucking insane thinking. You know what I mean?
She's
like, it's
very
insane thinking.
Idealistic and sheltered, and it's coming out in her.
Yeah, and we're really fucking seeing that brought to bear for sure.
Sense though, in the
no, it totally makes sense.
It totally makes sense within her character. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're so funny that Ormond is like the strivers. Oh, whatever. I'm like, high towers are the biggest fucking strivers, but also it's your superpower. It's why you're kind of winning right now. You don't see that you are the striver, but that's how you're doing the ruling muscle, because you have to actually work for what you get. The Targaryens are like, well, we are by prophecy. We are here. Yeah, we got dragons.
And it's double. It's double. It's like, it's because we have nukes and we're apparently ordained by God, or whatever the fuck. And it's like, that's that's a pretty rough fucking combination to fucking like to throw into the mix here, especially now, and especially with this scenario and shit like that. Shout out to Cruel Philosopher. He's back. We appreciate you, buddy. Those bougie dragons, those bougie highborn fuck-face fucking dragons tried to jump my man Big Sheep. But guess what? He lives, and he. I mean,
if anybody's read the first, because we already seen it on screen, but the Dunk and Egg novels, when Dunk is in the melee, and in his personal, like in his brain, he's kind of losing. But once they get in the mud and the dirt, he's like, there. This is Flea Bottom fighting. This is Dunk from Flea Bottom. I know how to do this. That's Sheep Stealer.
Yeah.
Sheep Stealer has been like hunted by the other wild dragons, like Hannibal.
Sheep Stealer is Duncan the Tall. You heard it here first.
Start the dragon tall.
I'd love to hear, like, I don't know exactly what because like we like what Sheep Stealer would sound like. It's like, are there any true dragon knights among you, like, or whatever it is.
I was smelling. Get up, sir. Get up, sir.
Never completely left the Riverlands. It's like, I will not believe it to be so, like, or whatever it is. Like,
stop raping, sir.
Right.
right now.
Oh my
It
god!
really did. It brought me in my headspace to Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Once they all got when it got real gnarly,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh no, Sheepy, he can do this. He can do this.
No, and also what I think the other element was it was kind of like they were like it was sort of like in like the first of the Tom Holland Spider-Mans where they had like this big board and it's like what are all the other movies done and what are we going to try to cross them out and put him in another scenario. It was a dragon fight on the ground. We when we think of dragons, we assume flight. We assume like, you know, stealth, and we assume like, you know, this big melee in the sky. And it was like this dragon like cage match like type shit. You know what I mean? Like, and so it was I don't know. It was just very kind of like I don't know. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Morgan. Says it was very scrappy, like down, like on literally on the ground, and it's just in a different way that we have seen them kind of like.
Duncan could have claimed sheeps.
Oh my god, that would have been amazing. That would have been so good. Like, yeah, absolutely. No, it's like we're waiting for him, like where he's like getting the shit kicked out of him, and then we have just like, and then we have like Egg is just, and it's like what? Like it was like he's not dead yet, right? Like type shit. That would have been so fucking funny. Also, shout out to DBA. Maria stands on her anti-incest stance, and I respect it. Yeah, I mean that's a pretty, you know, like I think it's we kind of make fun and shit like that, but it is hilarious, like how people are just like, man, like this fucking show opened with some guy butt fucking his sister. What's everybody so worried about or whatever? And you're just like, okay, I'm sorry. Like, we're never gonna be comfortable with incest. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're never going.
That scene
when he's plowing Cersei.
Oh, you're talking about
Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
Game of Thrones.
Like or Game of Thrones. Just like
I
no,
missed
from
the anal on this in the House of the Dragon.
No, I mean, again, I'm just joking. I'm just making a joke. Like the it
was
no,
but I think they showed all of it, Morgan.
Right, they did. It was dude. It was like it was full insertion. You know what I mean? Like
they went into my P-Hub search and they just
did.
like
Morgan. They hit the insanity tab on the first episode. Like, you know what I mean?
It's mom's teach stuff. You know, they just really went for it.
No, I mean, like there was this whole plotline where there's like Cersei's like, what's the fucking dryer doing up here in this tower? You know what I mean?
Why am I stuck under this coffee table?
Help me, twin brother.
Yeah,
help me, brother.
Can't do this without
yeah.
you.
So no, but I mean, like in the sense that, like, you know, they're just the incest has always been a part of this franchise from the get, and adds like a very kind of sordid, just like holy shit, like you're kind of getting your hair blown back. But like, I'm sorry, I just don't think that most of the like, regardless of how long we've been watching it, we're never going to be really truly like cool with this whole thing. Like even with it's played as like a very sweet moment, but like the Alan Bela thing was played as so sweet, and everybody's like, no, thank you. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
No, did everybody have the same reaction to Rhaenyra and Daemon? I did.
Yes.
But
I did.
A lot of people.
I mean, everybody was like, they were really uneasy with it.
No, there are a lot of Matt Smith enjoyers.
Absolutely. We didn't hate it from the jump. I mean, like,
there's some like with Targaryen incest with uncles and nieces. I'm like, it's just the like when you're watching Bridgerton or like all those things, like it's cousins. They are all cousins.
Right. You're right.
Yeah.
Now we're all grossed out by it, but we also are like, you know,
in Westerosi culture, first cousins is not considered incest.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like in British culture.
Let's get Sam Coleman.
Wrong?
Let's get Sam Coleman on the line. Real quick.
Call him right now.
Wasn't it Downton Abbey? That guy was like,
I think it was. I can't remember. It's like, hold on. We're gonna get on a Zoom call with Sam Coleman, and we'll make sure if we can figure out.
My fucking god!
And get everybody. It's like so we can double check that. We can double check that stuff.
British aristocracy was doing nothing but fucking at their cousins. It was all cousins.
Yeah,
it's true. It's
for
true.
sure. Yeah, no, and I think that. Yeah, I think that everything has had a degree of uneasiness, like it was certainly in the bar, you know what I mean? Like certainly, and I think it for the most part in like I don't think like very few times, and like even I don't know, even with Danny and John, like like I don't think they were like really meaning for us to go fuck yeah, you know what I mean? Like they're two really like hot people, like but it's
Very
just
hot.
yeah, but like it was never being like it was like yeah, like they were never doing anything like that. They weren't trying to get us to do that.
Actually, with Bela, like because of the chemistry, I'm like if she had done it with Adam is the dragon rider.
Alan.
Yes.
They switched the names
Adam,
and I can
yeah,
never. Yeah, but like that chemistry,
close.
you could get me there with that because I'm like, they got a cute little thing going. But the like the dour one, you're like, oh. And I know why she made the choice.
I thought that at first, but then I was like, they're related.
I know.
Yeah, he's like, oh.
But he's
yeah,
so
bad.
cute.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, House of the Dragon is
Also,
really kind of missing a little bit of
that's
romance.
the other element to which like the how kind of I don't know, I guess just like how
What's that? Another uncle. Because they're brothers. These two brothers.
And they are both half brothers to Laenor, who's
yes, right. Yep,
in the wind.
Allegedly,
he's dead.
Laenor lives.
Oh my god. Yeah, he's hanging around. He's doing his thing. You know, like the
final scene, House of the Dragon, an epilogue. It's Laenor who had found that drag queen and is in the gay club. And the Pink Pony Club starts playing over the credits.
Absolutely.
The
and then we just cut. You know what I mean? Like I'm with that.
Pink
I'll back that 100%.
Club.
Yeah.
That is
love it.
Pink Dread. Pink Dread.
There we go.
Oh,
yeah.
Take her back.
I love it. No, I think I think those are all solid. Cunt of the week. Did I have a cunt of the week? Like I don't even remember.
You have to have one.
Well, I was too busy editing the fucking like that amazing intro that we
You
saw.
were too busy talking over Morgan, I think.
Right. That's true. That's true. Right.
You either die an ally, Sean, or live to be.
Hold on. Oh no. Hold on, Morgan. I couldn't hear. Hold on. I couldn't hear you, Morgan. Sorry. What were you trying to say? Oh, sorry.
Wait,
hold on. Hold on. You got more lip for me. Okay, sorry. You're completely out of here. Like out of here too. Sorry. Like yeah.
You know what? Get me out of here in solidarity, man. Damn.
Fuck. That's so funny.
It's like just because I'm feeling charitable. Just because I'm feeling charitable, I'll allow you to stay on the stream. No, absolutely not. No,
Maria, can you believe this shit?
Cunt of the week.
Like that? How dare you?
Right? No. Dustin's like that's my job. Like what are you talking about? Like the I don't remember who did I have over there for. I didn't really have a. Remember? I mean, like well, you know what? I'm gonna go Amond. Because this asshole is sitting like he's trying to get he's at the movie. He's at the movie with two romantic prospects trying to hold both their hands over the popcorn at the same time and shit like that.
With his mother,
it's just like, what are you talking about, dude? Like this is insane. Like he was kind of like, and also, I mean, like you understand the reason as to why you would like kill the one guy. Still pretty bad form and shit like that, you know, and. Yeah, like all you Targaryen boys are all the same and shit like that. And so it was just like one of those things where I think that I don't know, he's truly like everybody was bitching about Daemon spending too much time over there and stuff like that. And this guy, I know that he's injured and he was poisoned, like whatever, or like or he was stuck or whatever it is.
Idiot.
And it's like, yeah, but like I think that
good.
Well, it's so weird to me that he was so defined by Vhagar and that he wouldn't be like obsessing over Vhagar being missing and being apart from him and shit like that. You know, like he lost a fucking eye to be able to claim like Vhagar in a certain sense and really risked it all. Like no seatbelt, nothing like trying to claim that big son of a bitch. Like when he was a kid was like, and did it under the cover of night at a fucking funeral. Like, this guy's like really been like a go for broke type of character and has defined himself and almost like immediately brought himself up to the level like of Daemon. Now we know that that's not the case. We know that Daemon's like a bigger G for sure. I mean, that was just true just from their like, you know, they had like 2 back-to-back combat scenes and stuff like that. But like, I don't know. It was just kind of like he just sort of one of those things where he I don't know. He was just trying to like kind of have it both ways. I was very frustrated with him as a presence. Like I think it's been interesting, but it is just kind of like, oh, I'm just kind of like Daemon, but like, you know, like I'm a little more willing to fuck with the mom stuff and like I'm a
I
little more
think he's
susceptible
way
to this
more
stuff.
under thrall because you noticed that
Oh, big time. Yeah.
she was like, go get the wood. And he was like he.
Oh, no, like crazy. Absolutely.
And he was also
100%.
like, I'm mad at you. That's why I'm getting the wood. And I'm like,
yeah. Right.
That
No.
was great.
Well, no. And it's so like 18, 19-year-old coded too. You know what I mean? Like he reads like a teenage kid, in this scenario.
But he looks like a 28-year-old.
I know.
Right, he does. He's got an old face. You know what I mean? Like as young of a face as Allison has, he's got as old of a face. You know what I mean?
With
like,
the hand holding, I think in his head, I mean, what has he been raised on? Aegon the Conqueror and his 2 queens.
True.
That's what's in his fucking head, even though it's totally twisted. But I'm like, I could see what he had. He's like, here I am, the king, and these are my 2 consorts, like sister, mother, wives.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, no good. But I remember just that visual of just him just trying to like fucking Tom from Succession, just leaving the hand out there, and I was like, this is not gonna work, buddy. Like this is not happening the same. I just remember being like a little he's definitely under the spell of Alice and Harrenhal, like in a much bigger and badder way. And I think it's just because of it's a lack of experience and just kind of more like maturity. And I think just Damon, like him or love him or hate him or whatever it is. I mean, he's just more assured as to who he is.
And
you know what I mean? Like
Alice
he showed up there.
Alice killed for him.
And Harrenhal itself,
Yeah.
he's getting everything that he could want, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's getting
And that was
strategy.
denied him before and everything. Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
100%. I mean, like, yeah. So I don't know. I mean, it's just, or he's, and also, I don't know. I guess I just haven't picked him in a minute. So it's like, yeah, fuck you, dude. Like,
But he puts her out of bed looking like that.
That's another count against him. I mean, like to me, I mean, like no. Again,
Why were you
like,
mad?
I think
Alice Rivers shows up in that outfit. I'm sorry. Take the whole
Right.
kingdom.
No, you're already inside.
wasn't using
You're
it.
already in. Now, granted, it's like whoever it is, like somebody changes their face while you're fucking them. Like you should definitely have like a little bit of like you should definitely take like 5 just to reassess the situation, no matter who it
Have
is.
a safe word, I guess. Instead of the
Anything
we should
like
have,
that.
We should have a safe word.
Anything like that. But like, it was crazy that he was just like. Where he goes like, oh, you're not my mom? Get the fuck off these fucking dick and balls. Like that's crazy, dude. Like
That's what I'm saying. Like had it gone the opposite direction, then I would probably more understand. Like,
we're out of cruel philosopher.
Oh,
that
God,
we're out of wood
nightmare.
joke.
it's very good.
For the second time, we're out of wood. This is great.
Oh my god. Oh lordy. All right. Yeah. So I think that wraps it up for. Did we get everybody for the cut of the week?
We got it.
We got there.
I think
we got there. You know what? Listen, we did it. And so I will say this. I know it's gonna be. I think the finale for next week is gonna feel more like a penultimate episode, kind of talking about, going off of what Maddie was talking about before, because usually that's like the big set piece episode, like, and then you kind of have like a setup, like kind of more of a setup and
a wrap up and like a where do we go next time?
Yeah. And like, and maybe it's gonna. I don't know what the runtime is. I don't know if it's gonna be like a longer episode or something like that. I know we've had some episodes run kind of longer. I think what was it? The first episode was like, I think 70 minutes or something like that. I could definitely see it being like a little bit more, but an extra 10 minutes is not going to do the same thing as like 2 episodes, or an appropriate amount of episodes. And so I think, but I do think that I will say this. There's elements about this season that I still think are like among the best that we've ever gotten from this show. I mean, like, and I'm very interested to kind of see how it's all going to assemble. I mean, we talked this whole time. We didn't really talk about all. One thing I will say, I think I did forget to do MVP, and this is just going to be an acting choice from on the part of what's his name? What's the actual name? I think his name is like Tom or something like that, or like
Tom Glencarney.
Yes, Tom. Yeah. This smile that then we hit us with black leave up was so different.
Mm-hmm.
From him, this goofy, weird guy, kind of like joking, singing, laughing, like all this kind of stuff. This was chilling. Like it was a really.
His name is Tom Bennett.
Tom Bennett. There you go. Thank you so much. Like, but yeah, I just shout out to Tom Bennett, like for that. And again, who knows? I mean, like maybe it's just like the context is doing like most of the work, because then like they will burn. And then that's the face that you get. I just remember being like very, like impressed with like kind of like the chill. hold on, Maddie. Let's make it. It just said like you fill the whole screen, like 50% of the fucking 50% of the screen.
Fuck him.
Get both of them in there.
Fuck
both
'em.
of them. Double them.
Fuck 'em.
Like that's what I'm saying. 100%.
Bluebirds.
Don't
You
take
tell- we're tell-
someone's dive bar away.
We're
Yep.
telling it. We're telling him he's number one. The
Fuck off the white. All my homies hate off the white.
off the way. There you go. Like the
She made him denounce his home. She made him denounce his family. I'm an
Right?
anthropologist.
Oh, he
Yeah.
wants to go out on the weekends.
That
Got a
no,
path I can't
listen.
follow.
That tavern, that's his family. That's his
Mhm.
house. He is house, whatever that bar is called. That is those are his brothers and
whatever
sisters.
that bar is called. Like,
Those good arms.
I like
It's
that. I know
not
that-
my bar, it's his bar. He would know the name of it.
Yeah, for sure. No. In the sense that like, no, that's another bar that I would go to. I go to there and I go to the Red Keep. I think that this is a fun one. I think that and kind of wily, and it's going to be interesting. The turn is going to be very interesting, and how they play it, and like this springing of the trap. I think it's going to be interesting on Orman's part and stuff. And I think another thing that's going to be interesting is just kind of like the internal things of like what are Gwen and fucking Darren going to be thinking as he's doing it? How long is he going to wait to reveal this type of shit or whatever? So we got a lot of interesting things that we're going to have to talk about next week, and we look very much forward to talking about it next week. Again, everybody, shout out to everybody who jumped through with the super chats and stuff like that. We got ourselves Crow Philosopher, Big Appa. We got ourselves Sasha, fucking killing it over there. We got Cam, and also we got Roma, Johnny. We got Jenny at Cold Stone Creamer, IRL killing the game. Now she's been showing up in the lives, and we manifested her ass into the actual videos, which I think is just so fucking cool. Slurpee and Mark, appreciate you guys for jumping in with the super chats, y'all. Again, we can't thank you guys enough. And also, again, even if you guys didn't have any of the super chats or anything like that, we've had a great time. We always have such a killer time in the chat with y'all, and we cannot thank you guys enough. Very excited for next week. We're going to definitely have like a special one lined up for y'all. So we just want to say, keep it here. Hit us with that like, that subscribe, ring the bell thingy, because that shit always helps and never fucking hurts. Also, Maria, do you got anything coming up, anything to plug or anything like that going on? Or like where can people find you? Where can people find you if they want
You can find me
to?
on Instagram or Blue Sky at Valor More Dollars, because all men must pay.
There we go. Hell yeah. And then Maddie, where else can people find you over there?
You can find me at Maddie K Ultra on Instagram, at Maddie K Plays on Twitter, at Maddie K, I think, on Blue Sky, and at Maddie K Ultra on Threads as well. Come hang out with me, say hey, find me in the Watchers of the Bar Discord, House Burlington.
100%.
Come hang out with us. It's a great time.
Hell yeah. Awesome. And yeah, so again, we appreciate you guys. And again, like we got one more week. We've got a bunch of other stuff that we got coming down the pike. So if you guys want to get early and uncut access to that, support the channel, best way to do that is up on our Patreon. Links in the top and comment or the description below. We appreciate y'all for hanging out with us, and we will check y'all later. Bye, guys.
Bye.